Hello everybody, welcome to Yoga in the Garden. I'm Daniel, thank you for joining me, I'm glad you're here. Happy New Year everybody, welcome to January 1st, the first day of 2022. I know 2021 might have not been the best year for everybody, but 2022 is going to be amazing. And since it's the first day of the new year, let's start something new. For the past year, I've been working a lot on my yoga and meditation, and I've come up with a routine that really works for me, and I'd like a chance to share it with you. I find that my yoga and my meditation, along with my exercise, is just a great way to start my day. Each morning, or just about each morning, I get up around 4:30 to start my day. And I like to begin my yoga around 4:44. Yeah, I like those three numbers together. It's kind of a fun thing. It's a little lucky, but for me, it works for starting the day. You guys don't have to get up this early, but hey, if you'd like to, it's a nice and peaceful time in the morning. So the way that I like to start my practice first begins with just a little prayer that I put out to the universe. And it goes like this. Dear God, God that's within me, God that is the universe and in all things, God that is the sun, the earth, the moon, and the stars, God that is air, fire, water, earth, thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for everything that's led up to this moment. Thank you to all the people, the love. Thank you for everything that is in my life that allows this moment to happen. And thank you for this gift that I'm about to give myself with yoga and meditation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been learning a lot about gratitude and just being grateful for what I have. I'm so thankful for everything that I have in my life. And I find that when we share gratitude, when we share love, when we share light, often we get all of that back in return. And so that's what this yoga and meditation is for me. This is a gift of love and light from me to you. So I hope you enjoyed it. So the first way that I'd like to start is with my breathing. Now, I've been practicing something called the Wim Hof Breathing Method. We're not going to do it now, but I am going to put a link to it in the description below. So the breathing that I'm going to start off with just first starts with our breath. We're going to begin with a little bit of meditation, and I find my meditation is very helpful for centering myself. I use my meditation to connect my mind and my body. I like to imagine that there's a center point within all of us, somewhere right around here, that connects our dreams and our thoughts with our bodies and the physical world. And it's at that center point that we truly are connected with everything. I like to imagine that all things, whether it's people, plants, animals, the planets, the moons, the stars, I like to think that everything is interconnected through that center point. It's a fun little imagination I use, and it's also what I believe when people talk about God. That's the point that they use. And so the breathing is the way that I get connected with my center point. So I like to use my breath to be able to allow me to get to my center point. So let's start. Let's breathe. Right now, if you can, close your eyes and just breathe. Find a comfortable position as you can to sit. I hope everybody has a space where you have time to be able to do all this that's free from distraction. If you want, you can always bring in your family, your kids, anybody else to join you. If you're doing yoga with your kids, please be patient with them and know that maybe they won't be able to follow it all the way through, but hopefully you can enjoy the time and the moment together. All right, so let's breathe. Let's just start off with feeling our breath, enjoying the moment, enjoying the air as it comes into our body, and feeling it as it leaves. Knowing and trusting that as we exhale, we'll be able to take in another breath. I like to imagine as breath is life. As long as we're breathing, we know we're alive. So feel your breath right now. You don't have to do anything. Just breathe. And as you feel your breath, just start to notice how breathing affects your body. Notice the rise and the fall of your chest, your shoulders. As you draw your air in, notice how you expand on the inside. And as you exhale, notice how you contract. Now, as you're breathing, see if you can focus on your heart. See if you can feel your heart beating. Say thank you to your heart. Thank you, heart. Thank you for pumping life through my body, my veins. Our hearts work 24/7. They're always pumping, all the time. I like to make a connection between our heart and the sun. Because just like our heart is pumping 24/7, the sun is always shining 24/7, spreading its love and light out into the world, shining on earth and everything that it touches. I like to imagine that our heart is kind of like our sun. From our center, from our heart, we get to shine too. And we get to shine with love and light on our bodies and on the people around us. And what I notice is when we shine with love and light on other people, their love and light shines on us. And man, does it feel good. So let's keep breathing. Now, as we're breathing, see if we can take in a little bit of a deeper breath now. And hold for a moment. And then let's exhale. And hold it out for a moment. And then breathe in again. And let's hold for a little bit longer. And let's breathe out. And hold for a little bit longer. Breathe whenever you need to. Always breathe. Going to take another deep breath in, nice and deep. And hold it. I like to feel the heart pumping in my veins, hear it in my head. Now exhale again. Let's see how long we can hold it out for. I like enjoying the silence that's in my mind and around me as I have an exhale. With the exhale, see if you can just notice parts of your body as well. Now let's come back to normal breathing. Still with our eyes closed. Let's use our imagination once again. Let's imagine that we're in nothing. An empty space, an empty field. Floating there, just being there. In this space, there are no thoughts. There are no worries. There is no time. There's only this moment right now. In this moment, we are here together. In this moment, we are okay. Now, if you can, see if you could imagine somewhere in the center of your vision, but more in the center of your mind, in the center of your being, there's a point. I like to imagine this point, some people consider it your third eye, and this is what I consider our God point, the connection point between our minds and our bodies. This center point is always with us. From this center point, we use the word I, and we can say the words, I am. I am. I am. I am here. I am now. I am love. I am loved. I am grateful for all the love that I receive. I am grateful for all the love that I get to share. I am. I am. I am. Now, the great thing about this center point is it's with us no matter where we go. This center point is our home. It's where we live. Some people call it the seat of our soul. From this center point, I like to imagine it like a cockpit. I like to imagine that our body is just this giant robot suit made out of flesh and bone, earth, water, air, and fire. And so from this center point, this is where we get to drive and control our body. And now if we can find our way into our center point, we can begin to look through it. And we can notice the world through our center. We can begin to focus on certain areas of our body and certain areas of our mind that may be weak, that may be sick or injured, that may need some healing and love. And while we're in this center point, we can channel our energy. We can channel our love and channel our light to each one of these places that needs our attention. And we breathe into each one of them, sending our love to each one, saying thank you for each part of our body. That's something I've been learning too, is to say thank you to our body. Our body is so amazing. It does so much for us. It allows us to travel around and experience this planet. From our hands, our arms, the things that we create, that we hold on to, our legs that travel us around, our skin that allows us to feel, our eyes that allow us to see, hear, smell, touch, everything. And so we say thank you to our body. Thank you, body. I love you, body, for being my body and being the way that I get to experience this world. Thank you. So let's take 3 breaths right now in this moment. These are your breaths. Take them as deeply as you can, as comfortably as you can. Let's enjoy these 3 breaths right now. Thank you. When you're ready, you can come back. You can open your eyes and you can find your way back to me. Oh, what an amazing gift we were able to give ourselves in this moment. How great it feels for us to just be able to breathe and enjoy the peace in the moment. I love breathing. It's wonderful. Okay. So that's our meditation. Just a moment to breathe and to be able to come within ourselves. Find our center and be ready for the next. So now we're going to move into the yoga. Now, if you haven't done yoga before, yoga is just a connection between our mind and our body. It's just feeling within ourselves and doing the best we can with what we have. If you're unfamiliar with yoga and these poses, that's okay. Do the best you can. You may not have to be able to go as deeply into some of the poses, and only do what your body is capable of doing. Don't push it. Enjoy the moment and enjoy the feeling. If you have it on you, some people might like to use some yoga blocks to be able to assist them, or if you have a strap, there's 1 or 2 moves that a strap will be helpful for. Now, throughout the yoga, what I enjoy using my 3 breaths during each pose. I like the 3 breaths because it's long enough, just long enough to be into some of the poses that might be a little bit more challenging or cause us to use our bodies a little bit more in certain ways. I like to use 1 breath to get into the pose, a 2nd breath to enjoy the pose, and a 3rd breath to release the pose and to move into the next one. So here we go. Now I'm going to turn sideways to show all the moves from the side, because a lot of them, that's what you're going to be able to, that's how we do it. So first, just sitting in our position, we'll start off with 3 more breaths to get started. 1. 2. I'm going to take 1 more deep breath in. And on the exhale, let's put our hands behind us and just reach behind and stretch. Let's do 3 breaths here. 1. 2. Now here we're going to inhale. And on the exhale, let's bring our arms in front of us, right in front of our knees. And then we're going to slide our hands out. Slide only as comfortable or as far as you can go that it feels comfortable. I've been doing this for a little bit, so my flexibility has gone pretty good. When I first started, I could really only go down to here. But if you can, eventually we'll be able to slide all the way out. Once we get into our position, let's just enjoy 3 breaths right here. 1. Breathe into the body. 2. Find any areas that might feel sore or weak and give them the love they need. Inhale and exhale, come up. Now we're going to inhale and put 1 arm behind us and just twist around our spine, looking over our shoulder. Only twist as far as you can go. Sitting up tall, 3 breaths. 1. 2. 3, exhale, and we'll do the other side. Inhale up, exhale back, and twist. 3 breaths. 1. 2. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Now we're going to work our way onto all fours into what they call a cat and cow position. As we breathe in, we're going to arch our back, belly down, tailbone up, shoulders, head lifting. Exhale, belly goes down, we kind of arch upward, tuck our hip bones, tailbones under. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And when we exhale, we're going to come up to downward dog. With downward dog, you try to get your heels flat on the floor, but if you need to bend your knees or do whatever you can to just get into this position, do whatever feels comfortable. Let's enjoy 3 breaths here right now. 1. As you exhale, really flex your muscles. See if you can tense as many as you can. 2. Take 1 more deep breath in. 3. And now we're going to inhale. And you can either hop or step your way between your hands and see how far you can stretch your legs. If you need to keep your knees bent, that's okay. We're going to cross our arms, and we're just going to hang here, feeling our body just kind of hanging in traction. 3 breaths. 1. 2. And on the exhale, we're going to bend our knees and we're going to slowly roll up, stacking our vertebrae, 1 vertebrae on top of the other as we're inhaling. And we inhale, arms over our head, and exhale. Now here's a nice little breathing I like to do. I like to spread our feet a little bit wide, have our hands by our side, our head up tall, shoulders drawn backward. We're going to try to reach our hands all the way to the floor. We're going to imagine there's a string pulling our head up high. We're going to flex our legs, strong legs, almost like we're rooted in the ground. And we're going to hold our body in this powerful pose. And we're going to take 3 breaths here. 1. 2. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to work our arms up to parallel to the ground. 3 breaths. 1. Now I really enjoy this. I love feeling it in my shoulders and my arms. 2. 1 more inhale. And on the exhale, move your arms up, pointing to the corner of the room, almost like you're a star, superstar. This is known as a power pose, a powerful pose. Let's breathe in and enjoy a power in this pose. 3 breaths. 1. 2. 3. Exhale, bring our arms all the way up over our head as far as they can go. See how far you can reach them. See if you can keep them over your head. Just work them as far as what feels comfortable for you. 1. 2. 3. Exhale down. Let's shake those arms out, shake those legs out, and give a little wiggle. Oh, it feels good right now. I just love feeling my body. Sometimes I'll move it around a little bit, get a little bit of flexibility in there. And actually, let's do something right now. We're going to come into just a little bit of some squats. I find that getting some squats down is really good for our back and our legs. Now, the way that I like to do my squats is I'll kind of bounce my way down slowly. We want to try to keep our back as flat and straight as possible, and we kind of like bounce it down. Now, I like to come down to a point until maybe I feel a little pain or twinge or something in my body that says stop. I often feel it on my right side, somewhere around here as I come down. And then I pause for a minute and I breathe into it and I come back up, shake my legs out. And then I try to come down a little bit more till it's loosening up. And then I breathe and I come back up again, bouncing my legs, letting it loosen up. And then one more time, we'll do a third one. Coming on down. I like to put my hands over my head because I really get into the squat. I really feel it. And I just breathe here for a moment. And then we can come up. Come up, shake our arms out, shake ourselves out. That feels so good. Nice deep breath. Now the next series is another 3 breaths that I have. I imagine that it is my gratitude to the earth and to the sun. We're going to start with our feet together, hands by our side. And we're going to breathe in. And as we breathe in, we're going to bring our arms up over our head. And as we exhale, we're going to breathe in to bring our arms up. Exhale, arms go over our head. Inhale, draw the air in. Exhale, swing our arms down. We inhale, draw energy from the earth. Exhale, send it to the sun. Inhale the energy from the sun. Exhale to the earth. Inhale, we draw energy into our body. Exhale, send out our gratitude. Inhale. Exhale, send the energy back into us. Yeah, that's a good one. Now for this next pose, it's called Cow's Head Pose. And what we're going to do is we're going to have our feet about hip distance apart. We're going to put our hands on our lower back. We're going to flex our legs and we're going to try to touch our elbows together. We're going to press into our lower back and just kind of feel there's a little bit of a tension in our lower back there. Feel as we stretch it, and we're going to do 3 breaths here right now. Breathe into those areas. Breathe into all the areas of our bodies. On the exhale, we're going to straighten ourselves up. Let's breathe in. Let's get low. Bend our knees, come down. Put our hands behind our heels. Now we're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're going to exhale and try to straighten our legs as much as they can go. Just as far as they can go. We'll do 3 breaths right here. 1. 2. 3. Exhale. Let's bend our knees. Let's take a breath as we breathe in. Breathe in. And then exhale. Roll our shoulders down. Now from here, we're going to move into a sun salutation. I love the sun salutation, and I do 3 different sets with it. I like to do a salutation, then a break exercise, another version, and then an exercise, and then a third one before we get down onto the floor. So for the sun salutation, We first are going to breathe in and swing our arms up over our head. We arch our back backward as we exhale. Exhale as far as you can go. Inhale. And we swan dive forward. Down, trying to touch the ground, keeping our legs as straight as possible. We're going to bend our knees one time and straighten ourselves up. Now we're going to inhale and bring ourselves up. Exhale, go back. Inhale, up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Hands to floor, feet flat. Exhale, inhale, bend knees. Exhale, straighten our legs. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go back. One more. Inhale. Come down. Hands flat on the floor. Really breathe into the stretch. Inhale. Exhale, stretch your legs. Inhale, come up. Exhale. And shake our arms out just a little bit. So I like to engage each part of our body. From here, we're going to go into just some shoulder circles right now. I'm going to get these moving. Take small circles to start, breathe into them. And then see if we can widen our circles just a little bit more. Widen them as far as you can go. Make them big, big circles. Just feel the movement in your shoulders, opening things up, engaging them. And slowly make those circles smaller again. And let's reverse direction. Smaller circles in reverse direction. Breathing into each of them. Slowly bigger circles backward. Bigger, bigger, bigger. And let's bring them smaller again. Smaller, smaller, smaller. Ooh, shake our arms out a little bit. Shake our legs out a little bit. I like to, be a little silly with my body and feel it. Bounce a little bit. Get my arms up and moving. Shake them out. Kind of move and groove. And just love being in our bodies because our bodies are amazing. Now from here, we're going to do a little bit of a shoulder stretch. From here, we're going to do a little bit of a shoulder stretch. I'm going to turn around to show you how it works. Now, for this one, you might want to use the strap. This is something that we're going to have to be putting our arms up behind us and really kind of stretching out our shoulders. And the strap will be really helpful if you need it to be able to work your hands together. This is something that took me a while to open up my shoulders. I had a few injuries and things, and so I really had to work at this to open myself up. So we're going to have our feet wide, and we're going to try to help one of our arms up in between our back, as far as we can go. And we can bring our other arm up overhead. Now if we have a strap, you can use the strap to grab onto to be able to pull your arms together. And if you can, see if you can actually interlock your hands. And you're going to work your elbows away from each other, but try to stand up nice and tall. Here we're going to do 3 breaths right now. One. 2. 3. All right, let's release those, shake those out, shake those arms and shoulders out. Roll them around a little bit. And we're going to do the same with the other side. So we'll work our other one up. Other hand comes up and around. We'll try to interlock as best as we can. And we're going to do our 3 breaths again. Breathe. 1. 2. 3. All right, Let's shake our shoulders out for a little bit here. Let's come back. Now we're going to go into the next series of sun salutation. We're going to move from standing to plank position. Then we're going to move to an upward dog, child's pose, downward dog. And we're going to flow them together with our 3 breaths. So we're going to first start, inhale, swing our arms up. Exhale, arch our backs. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, bend your knees. And exhale, either step or hop back into plank position. And we're going to hold this plank for 3 breaths. Nice and smooth. Breathe into it and just feel your body in plank. Hold plank however you need to, whether it's on your knees, whatever you need to do, just get into it. 3 breaths. 1. 2. 3. Exhale down. Inhale, come up into Cobra Pose or upward dog. Cobra Pose. We're going to press our hands flat into the mat, kind of pushing up, keeping our elbows by our side. Our head is looking up, chest up. You're going to flex in your glutes and in your lower back. Really feel it in there. And we're going to do 3 breaths right now. 1. Really exhale into your lower back. 2. Inhale, exhale, release. Come down. Inhale, now we're going to draw back into child's pose. And exhale. Oh, I love child's pose. We're going to do 3 breaths right here. 1. 2. 3. Now we're going to inhale, and we can either swoop forward. We're going to find a way to be able to get into our downward dog position. Whether you can swoop or just need to stand yourself up, that's good. And from here, we're going to do 3 breaths, and then we're going to extend our legs up behind us. 1. 2. We're going to inhale. And on the exhale, bring our leg up behind us. Toes pointed to the floors, heel up, pushing through our heels. We'll do 3 breaths right here. 1. 'Really grounding your back leg. 2. 1 more inhale. Now swing your leg if you can. See if you can work it in between your hands into runner's pose. Now for this one, it's important that your knee is over your foot. You don't want to be too far. You want to be right over your heel, almost square. And your back leg is stretched behind you. And you want to feel like there's a stretch or a tension running all the way back down. And just kind of pushing into the ground and pulling forward with your knee. Just feeling and being in this position. We'll do 3 breaths right here. 1. 2. Inhale, now exhale, release, come back to downward dog. Do 3 more breaths here. 2. Inhale, exhale. Again, bring your back leg up, toe point to the ground. Try to straighten your grounded leg as much as you can. Just push into it, tighten your quads, feel it in your shoulders, and breathe. 1. 2. Inhale again. And exhale, bring your leg in between your legs. Oh, enjoy that. I really enjoy the 3 breaths, especially for the poses that require us to work just a little bit harder. Focusing on the 3 breaths allow us to just be present in each of the poses. So the 3 breaths right here. 1. 2. 3. And bring ourselves back. Downward dog. And see if we can either hop or step our way between our legs. Just straighten them up. And inhale, come up. Exhale, shake it out. Yeah, that was series number 1. Now from here, we're going to take a short break and we're going to go down to something called Powerful Pose. And for Powerful Pose, we're going to come down almost into a squat. And we're going to swing our arms just over our head, just here. We're just going to be down here for just a moment, feeling it in our shoulders and our arms and our legs. Make sure not to go more than 90 degrees. We want to just keep ourselves straight. We just breathe into this one with 3 more breaths. 2, and 1 more. Come up. All right. This next series, we're going to go through all of them again with plank and cobra and child's pose. And then we'll move into warrior 2. We're going to move into triangle pose. And we're going to move into a 3rd pose from there. Inhale, swing your arms up. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, come through, hands to the floor. Exhale, inhale down, hop back, and plank. 3 breaths. 1. 2. 3. Lower ourselves down. Again, up to Cobra Pose. Pushing into the ground, lifting up, flexing into our lower back. Breathe into our back, lower back. 1. 2. 3, exhale. Inhale, back into child's pose. Exhale and sink into it. Let's enjoy child's pose. Here we go. One. 2. Inhale. Exhale, come forward, breathe in, let's swoop our way up. Let's find our way into downward dog. I'm going to do 3 breaths here. This part's going to get a little bit more challenging. Let's focus on our breaths. Let's really breathe into it. 2. Inhale, exhale. We're going to extend our leg back again. 3 more breaths here. Inhale again, and then exhale. Let's point our toe up to the corner of the room now, as high as we can go. Point that toe. 3 more breaths. 1. 2. Inhale. Exhale, swing that leg, bring it in between our leg as best as we can. And now we're going to come into warrior two. So we're going to ground our back leg. We're going to press with our front leg, come up, point one arm back, bring the other up. And we're really going to try to just sink into this as best we can, keeping our arms parallel with the ground, feeling the nice tension in our back legs, feeling the stretch. We might feel it up in this area. It feels really good. We're just going to sink into it. And let's breathe. Feeling like a warrior. 2. 3. Now we're going to straighten our front leg. We're going to come back. We're going to go down to triangle pose. We're going to take this arm. We're going to fold it on down. Now, if you need to rest your arm on your leg to get down there, that's good. Your knee, and if you can, yoga block or get all the way down, we'll get into triangle pose. Try to reach our arms up, keep our arms kind of right over each other, and if you can, looking up at your hands in 3 breaths. We're going to exhale, bend our knee. Inhale. We're going to take our arm and reach just up over our head. Turn our body just a little bit, twist. 3 breaths. Inhale, 1 more. Exhale, let's come on back. Kind of stretch a little bit. Let's come on down, back into downward dog. One side done. Let's do the other. 3 breaths in downward dog right now. Inhale, exhale, bring our back leg up. Toe pointed down. 3 breaths. 2. Inhale on the 3rd. Exhale, point our toe again up to the corner of the room if you can. 3 breaths. On the 3rd breath, inhale. And swing our leg down between our hands. Let's ground our back leg and let's come back up into warrior 2. Really pointing our arms to the corners of the room. Sink into it if you can. Feeling strong like a warrior. 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, draw our legs forward. Exhale, into triangle pose again. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, bend our knee. Straighten our arm up. Feel like there's a line as best you can. This is my injured shoulder, so this is as far as I can get it to go. Over my head by twisting to it. Breathe. One more. And back. Swing forward. Into downward dog. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees, jump forward. Stand on up. Oh, it feels amazing. Shake those arms out. Shake everything out just a little bit. How's everybody doing? You feeling good? I'm feeling good. This is awesome. So the next pose that we're going to go into is Stork Pose. This is a fun one. There are a couple different ways that you can do it. Now, this is one that I should say, if you need a chair or something like that, a wall, even a partner, this can be a helpful thing. we're going to be focusing on our balance and standing on one leg. So the way that it goes, we're going to pick one leg and we're going to stand on. And we're going to draw the other leg up into the inner thigh, as far up as we can go. And see if you can get up as close to as high up as you can go. Now from here, you can either stand balanced just like this. You can bring your hands to prayer in the middle of your chest. And the one way I like to do is see if I can extend it up over my head and keep my balance for 3 breaths. Here we go, 3 breaths. Third breath right here, inhale. Exhale, slowly release and bounce it out. Yeah, that's a fun one. I fall a lot when I do this one, but I find it helps if we can pick a point to stare at and just focus our attention there. So now let's do our second leg. We're going to draw our other foot up to the inside. This is my weaker ankle. I don't know how many times I've sprained or injured this one. We're going to stay forward there. Bring to prayer if you can. Find your balance. Your arms up over our head. Focus on a point and breathe. Third breath, exhale. Arms come down, legs come down, shake it out. Let's get silly for just a moment. Let's bounce in our bodies. Let's just enjoy. I like to let my shoulders hang loose just a little bit. My arms kind of bounce back and forth. And let it go and just kind of get loose into it. Kind of shake it out. Get there, enjoy it, because this body is amazing. We've been working it and feeling it. And oh, look what we can do with it. It feels great. Oh, I love this body. Oh, I hope you love your body. They are amazing. And I tell you, I've been doing this for a little while now, and the more I do it, the more it feels great, and the more my body says thank you, and it is wonderful. Yeah. All right, here we go. We're going to go into the third phase of our sun salutation now. So find your position at the front of your mat, standing up nice and tall. Let's breathe, bring our hands up over our head. And exhale. Inhale. Arms forward, come down. Inhale, bend our knees. And hop back into plank one more time. I love being in plank. It feels so good to me. 3 breaths. 1. 2. 3. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lifting into Cobra Pose. Keeping our elbows tucked in, chest up high, head back. Breathe into our lower back, our butt. Oh, feel it. 3 breaths. 1. Really feel strong in our lower back. 2. Inhale, exhale, come down. Inhale into child's pose. Exhale. 3 breaths. 1. 2. Inhale. Exhale, come forward, downward dog. One more time. Here is where the work begins. We're going to really, really test ourselves now. Start off with 3 breaths in downward dog. 1. 2. Inhale. Bring our leg back up. 3 breaths. Really push into your back leg. Try to make your back leg as straight as possible. The one that's on the ground, lifting the other one up high as you can. 2. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Point that toe, top corner of the room as high as you can go, looking under your shoulder. 3 breaths. Breathe as smooth as you can. 2. Now here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Bend that knee now and really look under your shoulder, lifting it up high. 3 breaths. 1. Inhale. 2. One more inhale. And swing your leg now between your hands. And now we're going to come into Warrior 1. We're going to ground our back leg. We're going to lift. We're going to swing our arms up over our head, either coming together up high. We're going to kind of arch back. We're going to feel this one definitely up in here and in our back, in this line that comes all the way down here on our leg. Keep our balance. Up high, sink down into it, and breathe. 3 breaths. 1. 2. 3. Now we're going to come forward into Warrior 3. Now Warrior 3, our front leg is going to be supporting us. It's important that we keep a little bit of a bend in it as we're doing this one. We're going to reach our arms up over our head, and then we're going to lean forward. I'm going to pick our back leg up off the ground as high as we can go, seeing if we can get as parallel to the ground as possible. 3 breaths. Pick a point in front of you, on the ground. Arms between our shoulders. 1 more breath. Now here's the tricky one. If we can, this is half moon pose. I'm not quite there all the time yet. We're going to straighten our bottom leg, arm down on the ground. We're going to reach our top arm up to the ceiling. Leg out high, looking up at our hand as best we can. 3 breaths. Oh, I came down. Almost. So close. If we can, that's awesome. Get back into downward dog here. And we're going to do the other side. But guess what? This is the last set of the downward dogs. 3 breaths. 2. One more inhale. Exhale. Bring one leg up. 3 breaths. Really extend as much as you can. Toe point to the ground. Feel it in your body. It's awesome. Exhale. Point our toe to the corner of the room. Inhale. One more inhale. Exhale, bend your knee and really turn. Look under your shoulder. You are amazing. 1 more breath. Exhale, bring your leg through. Hey, yeah, we did it. Nice job, everybody. Now we're going to go back into Warrior 1. Coming on up. Arms above, facing forward, arching backwards. Just really feeling our body in this pose. Reverse arc. 2. All right. Inhale, exhale, come to Warrior 3. Head between arms, shoulders. Find our balance. Lift as far as you can go. Focus. Breathe. 1. 2. One more breath. 3. Bring our hand down to the ground. Use whatever you can. Straighten your leg as best as you can. Twisting, turning, holding. Breathe. come down. Bring it down to downward dog. Take a deep breath. Hop forward. Breathe and come up. Oh my goodness, we did it. Yes, we got through that part of it. Oh, the toughest part of all of it. Phenomenal. Way to go, everybody. Thank your body. Shake it out. Okay. Now we get to do the fun stuff. We get to go down on the ground. This is where I love, because now I know I've done the toughest things, and now we get to have some fun. So at the front of your mat, stand up nice and tall. Let's bend our knees. Let's come down to sitting. And I enjoy this next one. I remember seeing this. This is rolling like a ball. We get to be a kid, and if you're a kid, it's great being a kid. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of sit on our tailbone, cross our arms and hold it, and we're just going to go roll back on our shoulder 3 times. Just enjoy rolling on it. So we're going to roll back 3 times, breathing as we go. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to extend our legs out in front of us, and we're going to continue that roll. We're going to continue the roll, and we're going to swing our legs back up over our heads. Go as far as you can go, bend your knees if you have to. Remember, this is just for you and using your body to the best that it can. So do what you can with it. Here we are. I'm going to roll back, swing legs over. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale, come back. Exhale, come down. One more time, forward. Come forward. Now this time, when we go backward, we're going to hold our feet kind of over our heads here. If you need to bend them, you can. Roll back, and just 3 breaths right here. 2, 3, kind of bend your knees. And now from here, we're going to straighten our legs up as best we can to hold ourselves perpendicular to the floor. We'll do 3 breaths right here. 1, 2, 3. Bring ourselves down. Let our legs fall to the ground. Enjoy this. All right. That was a lot of fun. Take a moment, just enjoying being on the mat. We're going to lay here with our knees bent, arms flat by our side. Now for a moment, we're going to just flex the bottom part of our back. If we were to reach our hands underneath our back, we might find a little space in between there. And what we're going to do is we're going to flex our lower back to close that space. And we're just going to hold this there for 3 breaths. Here we go. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Now from here, we're going to do 3 roll-ups. We're going to roll starting with our hips and our lower spine, and we're going to roll up onto our shoulders. We're going to do this 3 times in a row. We're going to use our breath as we go. So we'll inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. Trying to feel your vertebrae just rolling one at a time as you roll up and down. Another one, inhale, roll up. Really arching your back. Exhale, roll it down. Feeling it all line up as you do it. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, come down. Now we're going to do lying pigeon pose. We're going to extend one leg out. We're going to lift it up into the air. We're going to hold on to it either knees. If you can get up really high, that's good. I'm about here right now. Hopefully I can get more flexible. We're going to do 3 breaths right here. Pushing through our heel, pushing through our leg, straightening it as much as we can. 2, 3, kind of loosen that out. And then we're going to cross our leg over our knee. We're going to bring our knee to our chest. We're going to reach our hand. One arm is going to go in between our legs or through our leg, and the other around. And we're just going to hold it and let our body just kind of pull our knee my left knee, whatever knee you're using, into our bodies. You might feel a stretch down here, down in a kind of glute area. We're going to do 3 breaths here. 1. 2. 3. We're going to release, straighten our leg out, shake it out. Now we're going to do the other side. Stretch the other leg out. Lift it up. Bring our arms up just to be able to hold it straight, pushing through our heel, keeping our shoulders, our head, everything laying flat on the floor. Just feel the push through our legs. We don't have to really strain it, just push through it. Breathe. 1. 2. 3. All right, shake that one out, let it go, bring it down to the floor. Now I'm going to bring it up again. We're going to cross it over. My left knee is going over my right knee. Reach my hand between my left leg and my right leg. Another one around, keeping shoulders all down, just pulling gently back, feeling it in our backside of our glute there. Goes all the way up into our sciatic nerve area, helps loosen that up. I'm going to breathe gently into it. 1. 2. Oh, those breaths feel so good. 3. Relax, let it go. Straighten your legs, shake it out. All right, here we go. We're going to do 3 just kind of like sit-ups right now. I don't know what these are called, but we're going to do them anyway. So we're just going to focus on lifting, keeping our head up off the chest. We're going to use our core to be able to lift ourselves up. We're just going to do 3 of these sit-ups right now. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to get into our final pose. This is the back bends. This is the one that I was the most afraid of and the hardest for me. Now do what you can with this one. If your shoulders are really tight, hold the pose for as long as you can. Push as far as you can go, as far as you feel comfortable. For a while, I was really afraid that I was going to drop myself and land on my head as I do this, but do the best you can with it. It takes a little while, but it really loosens yourself up, and it's a fun pose. Once you can do it, oh, it feels amazing. You're going to plant your legs, plant your feet on your mat. You're going to bring your hands up by your shoulders and your ears. We're going to lift our hips and everything, push up, get up onto our toes, and get up nice and high, extend. We'll do 3 breaths right here. Nice and smooth as you can. 1, 2, 1 more. 3, put our feet down, gently roll it down. Oh, we're going to just take 3 breaths in this moment just to relax. Good job. 2. You're going to inhale. Exhale. Let's get into it again. 3 breaths, nice and smooth. All right, plant your feet, put your arms down, 3 breaths. Enjoy this rest. 1, 2, 1 more. Inhale. Arms by your ears, shoulders, start to lift again. Push, get up high, up onto your toes if you can. Really pushing with your arms. Loosen your shoulders, breathe. 1, 2, 1 more. 3, Lower it down again. Arms by our side. Now we're going to just enjoy corpse pose for a little bit. We're going to lay here. We're going to take 10 breaths. This is the end of the yoga part. Rock your body a little bit, loosen it up, and then let it find its balance point, its center as we're laying here on the mat. I'll be quiet now. Let's enjoy these 10 breaths of quiet. Last breath. Exhale. All right. Now we're going to find our way for sitting. If you get your knees up, you can roll to your side. Push yourselves up. And find our way into lotus position one time. Well, that is our meditation and yoga. Now, if you have a little bit more time, I like to go into my exercise. The exercises, they take about 10 to 15 minutes. My exercises just consist of some squats, some burpees, and some push-ups. Actually go squats, push-ups, burpees. And I like to do it in a series of 10. 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 10 burpees, and then you repeat, taking a little break in between. For each one of these, for squats, you just go as low as you can go, and you go at your own pace. With the push-ups, again, you're doing it at your own pace, just feeling it as comfortably as you can. Modify as best as you need. And the same with the burpees. There's a type of burpees that I enjoy doing, and I'll show you that one. So if you're done with the yoga, thank you very much. I hope you had a great time with it. And now we're going to go into our exercises. So let's go. Now I like to wake my body up with some jumping jacks. I start off with some jack feet, which is a 2-touch jacks, and then to little jacks like this, and I go from there. So it starts just doing 2 touches in. 2 touches, 2 touches, kind of going like this for a little bit. Now we're going to bring our arms into it. 2 touches. Now 30 jumping jacks. 30. Now I like to just warm up a little bit. I like to get ready for doing my squats. Keep my legs a little wide. Put my arms wide over my head. I bend forward, bend my knees, hands on the ground, arms up, kind of push up, just kind of stretching it out. Come forward again. Bend, arms up. I'm up. One more time. Let's go down. Up. All right. All right, so here we go. We're going to do 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 10 burpees, and then we'll repeat. Round number 1. Go. 10 push-ups. Get yourself into a good push-up position. Extend. 10 push-ups, go. Take a breath. Stand up. Breathe. 10 burpees, go. Eight, 9, 10. Take a moment. I like to take 10 breaths right here. Round number 1 is done. Shake it out. Feel it. Be in it. Be in yourself right now. Focus on you and what you need. Slow your breaths down. Use your breaths to bring your body back into center. Get ready for the next round. Here we go. 3 more breaths. All right, round number 2. Go. Nice job. That was 10. Come down for 10 push-ups. Now when I do my push-ups, I like to inhale as I go down and exhale when I push into it. Here we go. 10 push-ups. Ten burpees. Six. Eight. All right. 2 rounds down. Let's take some breaths. Settle ourselves down. 1 more to go. We can do this. Hope everybody's feeling good. Take a drink of water. Towel yourselves off. Man, we are almost there. Thank you for joining me for all of this. This has been phenomenal. Oh, enjoy those breaths. Breathe. 3 more breaths right now. Round number 3. Let's do this. Here we go. 10 push-ups. Last set. Breathe. Ten burpees. Let's finish strong. Here we go. Last one. 10. Ha! Yes! Oh, there we go. That is my exercises, my morning routine. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for following along with me. Oh. Well, thank you guys for joining me for my meditation, yoga, and morning exercise. I love starting off my day this way. It helps me wake up. It helps me get into the day. And plus, it's great getting it all done at the beginning of the day. Then I don't have to think about it. I know for me, by the end of the day, it's hard for me to have the energy. And plus, with children, to cook and clean and get everything ready for them, it's best for me to do it first thing in the morning. So, I hope you all enjoyed this yoga and exercise. If you like it, hit the like button. If you can help me out and subscribe, that would be phenomenal. I'd love to do some more live streaming, but I need 50 subscribers in order to do that. So if I can get to that number, then I can do a little bit more live yoga, meditation, and other things. You can also join me on some of my other videos with Playing in the Garden, where we're going to be talking about life, God, and what it means to be human. You can also check out my Instagram page. I'm slowly going to add to that as we go. The link is going to be somewhere over here. We'll check that out. On the Instagram page, every day, I'll have a daily done post. So if you end up doing your exercises each day, just go on the post and write done and just see how many people are there. It's good to build a community, to just check in with everybody, to keep everybody honest and accountable for what we're doing. And if we can do just a little bit each day, whether it's a little bit of meditation, just a little bit of exercise, something, whatever you can do each and every day, all those little bits are amazing for you, yourself, your body, and it just helps you throughout the day. So until next time, thank you so much for joining me. I love you so much. I wish you all the best in the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. Bye.